Welcome back to another episode of The Cure for Cowardice. In this one, I wanted to talk about something that I've struggled with a lot of my life, which is feeling like I'm responsible for my loved ones. Now, when I say responsible, what I mean is responsible to ensure the success of. And like I mentioned, this is something that I've struggled with for a lot of my life because I'm very blessed to have some very close friends and then some very close family. And oftentimes what I will do is I will assume the burden of their success in whatever it is that they're trying to do, even if they don't necessarily assume the burden themselves. And what I mean by that is, so let's just use friends as an example. If my friends tell me that they want better things for their life, I will take it upon myself to ensure that they get it. And I think what ends up happening is I see the situation that they're in. I see ways that I could do things that could potentially help. I see ways that they could do things that could potentially help. And I offer unsolicited advice for what I think they should do. And then I try to do my own part to help them get there. And it just kind of ends up with a lot of resentment and not much getting done. Because even if they then go out and succeed with the thing that they're trying to do, deep down they feel like they didn't do it themselves. They didn't earn it. It was you that did it for them. And this is a real struggle that I've faced because I, want them to do well. I want them to live the type of life that they want to live. And I'm really impatient, or rather I have been. And so basically I get caught in these situations where my only options that I can see are continue to try and help them, or basically stop helping, in which case there's more resentment because it's like, well, why aren't you going to help me now? And so I don't really think that there's a good way around this, aside from not putting myself in that situation to begin with. So what I'm doing now is I am trying to put my own success first and trying to make sure that I am the best version of myself that I can be. And that way, it won't just motivate them, but will also give them an example to follow. And I will be in a much better place to help should they later come to me and ask for it. And so I think that's pretty much the only way forward that doesn't lead to bitterness, resentment, and widening the gap between the relationship. And so that is the strategy that I am taking now. I'm not giving any advice unless it's asked for. I'm trying my very best to not give my 2 cents unless it's asked for, or what I would do. And I'm trying not to say the things that I'm going to do. I'm trying to just do them and lead by example in that way. And then when they ask what I'm doing, I tell them. And I think that's the way forward. Because that way I am pushing myself. The only person I am competing with is who I was yesterday. The only person that I am responsible for, as far as success goes, is myself. And by becoming the type of person who can accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, I automatically set an example and also provide a strong structural support for them becoming the types of people that they want to become as well. And so what that means is being okay with seeing them struggle and seeing them go through it and seeing them not be happy with where they are, and holding my tongue and not giving my 2 cents and not giving advice and not even asking them questions that lead to the same thought process. It's just letting them figure it out. And if they want help, they'll ask. And until then, they need to figure it out on their own. And this has been something that's been very difficult for me to get used to. Because again, my natural inclination is to try and jump in and save the day. But so far, I think it's been working pretty good. I have definitely become a lot better of a, I shouldn't say better, I've become a lot more of the type of person that I want to be. And while it has caused some of them to start secluding themselves and pulling away from me, I think the reason is because they're starting to take a good long look at themselves and trying to figure out what they can do to start the process for themselves. And until they ask for my help, I'm not going to put any kind of influence in, because it's their lives. They are the ones that has to live them. So anyway, I think the moral of the story for this one is, if you have people you care about and you keep getting stuck in this cycle of trying to help them when they don't even want to help themselves, and as a result you are also not getting done the things that you want to get done, try just withdrawing a little bit. Just listen, be there, and spend that energy on yourself, becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. And as a result, you will be able to do more good for them than you ever could if you were trying to help directly. I think that's what I got for this one. My mouth is not working quite right. It was a good day at the gym. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.